All right, welcome back to the Wednesday Proud Masculine live stream. Thank everybody for tuning in. If you don't remember, hit that like on your way in. Support the channel, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell on your way in. Let's get started. Tonight, damn it. Tonight we're just gonna do a freestyle flip. Just talk about some things. I got some upcoming events, some upcoming guests coming on that y'all are gonna love. A lot of part twos, some new guests I have lined up coming on. Just to talk about mindset, dating, life experience, growth, all the things that my brand supports and encourages. And y'all don't want to miss these upcoming, I'm telling you. We have part 2 of Lysander Collegio coming in, which is going to be, if y'all caught part 1, just hang on for part 2. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. And hit that like coming in, please, please, please. But yeah, tonight, the last guy I work with is going through a breakup. So maybe we'll start off with that, and I'll open up the chat for questioning. So if you have any questions that you want to answer, anything you want to talk about that is related to what I do, punch it in, and we'll get to it. We'll answer your question live in time. Tonight, we're only going to do about a 30-minute show. That's all we need to cover. But I'll make the topic about my most recent client going through his breakup and some of the struggles he's had and having, and how to go about processing through a breakup. And if you know, my whole brand has started on, my brand was centered around masculinity, but let me start over. 98% of my clients have come in because of breakups, okay? And that's where the transformation process began for these guys. Because like them, it's the same way for me. It was through a breakup, and that propelled me into growth. And over the last 6 years, I've had the most profound life changes, fundamental paradigm shifts in who I am fundamentally as a human being and as a man especially. So I guess I would consider myself a breakup and recovery and relationship specialist, coach, and who deals in all aspects of masculinity. One of them is dating, mindset, fitness, social, and there's other aspects. I'm not a big money guy. I'm not the guy you want to see to get financial advice from. I use people for that. And the little bit of stuff I manage, I really don't even know what I'm doing. I take advice from a group of resources and a support network that I keep around me. But to make the profound transformation, something I can help you with, to get through a breakup, to expanding your dating, to strengthening and growing your relationship, I can help with that. That's all my wheelhouse. And it's the things that I do, that I've preached, that I've done personally, have gone through, remedied, and implemented in my everyday life is what I'm on here teaching. And this is what I help guys with. I'm not doing anything I'm not giving you any advice from something I haven't done on my own repeatedly. Because a lot of these areas was starting from ground zero, from rock bottom. And back when I was going through certain things, I didn't have the resources available now. There are some things that I did that I had mentors. And I think anybody going through anybody you can hire out a coach to help them through something, whether it be money, breakup, dating, fitness, anybody who can bring in someone who's specialized, Joel in the house, anybody who's specialized is going to help you exponentially expedite that process. It's like, for example, you're going through a breakup, you don't know what to do, you're losing your shit. You call me, I get you on track. I take you the fast track. It's not going to be the easy track. I don't have a magic pill, but I have a formula that'll get you from where you are to where you need to be in a shorter time with all the steps that include and what that walk looks like. You see my point? And I don't know, I don't get why people are so proud that they just have to feel like they have to trudge on their own. I mean, there's no reason to go lengthening the process of anything if they have people ahead of you that can help you along with it. And then they have the people that always want the free stuff. No, my time is not free. My life experience and time are very, very valuable to me. And what I charge per session is nothing compared to what these high-level guys are charging with the same advice. Look at this. Thank you, Joel. This is true. Thank you for that. That's a very nice thing to say. But it's true. So, and look, I know for a fact, you see, there's this thing I have about takers. People who take, constantly consume and never want to give. That's a mindset that I can't help. That's a mindset that'll keep you stuck and beneath the pile your whole life. And the principle, look, I would love to walk the earth and spread my knowledge for nothing. What I know and what I teach is too damn good and too damn valuable, as well as my time, to just give away. Because I know for a fact, and I have testimonials and I have my own life that I live every day to prove that. If you do exactly what I say and keep your opinions out of it, then take that same knowledge that I'm giving you, follow that path, that plan of action, and implement it in your life, you're going to have success with that. B, if I don't charge, in the beginning, I would feel bad for people who come in, I'm going through a breakup and I'm strapped and I just lost my job. And I'm like, all right, well, I don't want to see another brother hurting. I do this because I'm passionate about it. This is not my sole vocation. I hate to see somebody suffer. I really do. It pains me when I see men suffering. Then they come in and they wouldn't listen to anything that I would tell them to do. And what I started noticing is my high-paying clients that come in, pay the money, take the steps, do the work, get the success. And they're very grateful. They're very cooperative because they have invested an important part of their value, which is their money, into their time. Therefore, it has value. It's substantial. It has weight. You come in and you put nothing into it, you're going to get nothing out of it because you're not going to respect it. You're going to take it as free shit, and you're going to not respect the time and effort. You're not going to listen, and you're just going to make the same mistakes again, essentially wasting my time and your time and somebody else's time who could potentially be in that slot paying, looking to get results. And I screen people a little bit. And one of the things I tell them in the very beginning, are you going to be willing to do exactly what I tell you? That doesn't mean if I say this week, this is what we're going to work on for this week. When we get on our call next week, here's what we're going to address. And I get on the call and you've done nothing. I'll give you one chance to mess up. I'll give you one chance to not have what we talked about done. And then I'm done with you. I don't need that extra money. I charge because what I offer of value is of great value. My prices don't even reflect the value, and I do that because I try to make it affordable for everybody. My prices are definitely affordable. I've had guys come on and say, oh man, do you have some kind of special? I'm like, look, book a month. I'll give you 50%. You know, you're in a jam, you're strapped. Then they'll get on a call and tell me, I saw my girl last week. Where at? Oh, I was at this club. Wait a minute, what are you doing at a club? Oh, I was out with the fellas. Wait a minute. You got money to go to a club and spend money on drinks and go out to eat and stuff, but you can't pay me? Here, I'll tell you what, pal, I'm going to go ahead and refund you. We're done. I don't play that shit. You're investing in yourself. And if you don't take yourself that seriously, I'm not the guy you want to work with. You're not going to get any results from what I have to offer, because I can already see people like that. Takers. And if there's one thing that I can't stand is a perpetual taker. What are you willing to give? What are you willing to give the universe? What are you willing to give yourself? And if you're not willing to give to yourself, to put in something that could exponentially level you up in life, then you're just looking for somebody to listen to you whine. And I am not that guy. No, sir. So anyway, I don't know where that came from. Look, I pay my way. I pay my dues. I insist. Because not only is my time valuable, the people I surround myself with are valuable people. I don't expect discounts from friends. You can ask anybody I know. I pay. I insist on paying. If they're your real friend, they pay. No questions asked. They don't come out looking for a handout. Sometimes I'm generous with people with services, and I insist that, hey, look, I'm going to throw this little extra thing in. Your money's no good here. I understand you want to pay, and I do appreciate that. Let me give you a gift. That's what I like to do. And they gracefully, with gratitude, accept the gift. And I love that. And I do the same thing at times. But I'm not going to start off with my foot in the discount zone. You know what I mean? That's rude. That tells me you're cheap. And that tells me you half-ass stuff. And if you like that, I don't want you on my channel anyway. And if you go around always looking for bargains and cheap and how to get by, like that does not sit well with me. And it just proves to me where you are in life and why you're there. Always looking for a shortcut. How about you find a way to make what you need, to get what you need to get done? Find a way. Show me you got some balls. Show me you got some grit, some resolve, so that you can make shit happen. That way I can help you, and you can use that same determination and grit and turn yourself into a fucking fully integrated, impenetrable man, formidable force of a man. That would make my day. And that's another thing people don't understand. I'm not looking for lifetime clients. I expect to work with you about 8-10 weeks. And you should be good enough on your own, if that long. My longest is 12 weeks. My shortest is 4 weeks. That's it. And everybody I've worked with who's done what I said, done exactly as I said, because I expect you, I don't need feedback during our sessions. If I ask you a question, yes, I want an answer. But I've had guys try to interrupt me to tell me, well, why don't I try this? So why don't you listen? Why did you hire me if you're going to tell me what you're going to do? That makes no sense. Why not just keep doing what you're doing? Call me when you're fucking ready to work and listen and take this shit seriously. And that's what part of my beginning screening is. Are you willing to do exactly what I tell you, how I tell you to do it? No questions asked. If the answer is yes, that's one of the things. But then if the answer is yes, then we can move forward. I do not like a time waster. My time is valuable. It's my most valuable, precious resource to me. And I don't invite people into my life who just absolutely waste my time. And because my time is valuable, I charge for it. I'm not free. I want to ask these people, when you go into work, do you tell your boss you're working for free today? Hey, boss, you got me today for nothing. What you need me to do? I don't think so. So, all right, that rant's over. Back to the breakup. So my guy's going through a breakup, and he's in it. And so, you know, mosquitoes, Louisiana, summertime. They're everywhere. So, and it's hey, he's in a breakup. He's hurting. He's in that dumpy stage. I get it. It's bad. I know exactly where he's at. Been there. And what I don't have, yeah, exactly, Joel. You started charging for my coaching recently, and the clients are better and work harder. Yes, because there's a sense of value placed with their money, so they're going to take it seriously. That's the only way. Anybody, you look at the part of society who gets free shit. I'll say no more. Look at these people. Look how they live. This is what happens when you give people stuff. They don't respect it. They take it for granted. Then they start getting this air of entitlement. That's another thing with takers, that they have this smell of entitlement all over them, as if the world or I owe them something. Nobody handed me shit. I'm here to tell you that. Nobody. Anything I got, I scraped and kicked and hustled for. Still do. And I don't expect it. And if you put yourself out there to work harder to get what you need, that your own respect, your own value, your own self-perception will rise up. You'll demand more of yourself and of the other people in your life. Please don't come in here looking for handouts. Look, I have free content. And that's this stuff I put on here is valuable. I'm going to start doing more content, but as of now, you get to come in one time a week, and I give an opportunity to ask questions about specific things that are related to what I say, to my philosophies and my brand. So hold on. Sorry about the interruption. Anyway, yeah, come get the free stuff here. But this is just to give you ideas to help break the ice. If there's something specific like this guy going through a breakup who needs to be led through this process because he's never experienced it like this before, the videos are going to be somewhat helpful. But you will make mistakes and you will mess it up. And you're going to put yourself in a disadvantage on if your goal is to get back with your ex. You're going to be put behind the 8 ball if you're just looking on free videos to get you through this process. Your best chance of success is working one-on-one with me. That way I can tailor an exact answer for you for this specific situation. No breakup is the same. No relationships are the same. There's these little nuances that, whether to do with personality, the length of the breakup, the reasons, the this, the that, there's so many little things that need to be looked at and understood before I can tell you exactly what you have to do to get what you want out of this experience. Some guys come in and they just want to get over them, but they're hurting in the meantime. I take them through that. That's what I do. This is my passion. This is my specialty. I've helped dozens and dozens of men through this exact situation and other things. Why? Because I've spent years researching this. I've been in many breakups. I've been through the shit, and I've spent thousands upon thousands upon thousands on coaches and counselors and psychiatrists and hypnotherapy and EMDR, like all these modalities that over the years, and I'm just a guy who pays attention and retains. So I put all these things together that work for me, my own system that I use day to day that brings me the success I have in my life, and I show you how to do it. And I tailor it to you personally. That's why it costs money. That's why it's so special. That's why it works so well. My shit's a battlefield tested. I didn't just watch YouTube, listen to a couple of dating coaches and regurgitate the information like you see out there. I don't have a Lamborghini, so I don't pose on one. I don't go rent a Lamborghini or go to Miami and take a picture in front of a car. I don't have a Rolex. No, I don't need to do all that. I'm not a poser either. I'm not a spurg. I'm not a front. Like, I'm the real deal. How I am on here is how I am in person, no matter who I'm with, where I'm at. And have people who come on the stream who know me personally that will tell you the same exact thing, that that's an absolute yes. So, yeah, the breakup. And I just told him that just like anything else, there's no magic pill. It's a process. It's a slow undoing and detaching process that it just takes time. How much time depends on you, on what you're doing. And yeah, I feel for the guy, but it's a part of fucking life. It's a part of life. And within that process, with the time it takes, what you use that time for is to build yourself back up. Whatever condition you left that relationship in, by the time you're done healing, you're leveled up. You're not that guy anymore. You've evolved. You've leveled up. That's the whole purpose of this time apart. At first, he tried to do the poor me to woe is me game. I'm like, no. We don't do that. We're not even going to entertain the poor me self-pity party. There's no room for that. It's pointless. Now, look, if the first week, the shock of it hits you, and you're just soaking it in, and you're a little bit woozy and in denial about it, and you need to, how could she, you need to go through that, I understand. But after that, it's time to go to work. It's going to suck. There's no way around it. There's nothing I can do for you there. The worst thing you could do is go try to numb yourself with whores and drugs and alcohol and trying to distract yourself to numb the pain. This is the best time to implement an amazing, life-changing shift. There's no better opportunity in a man's life than having his heart broken to make this the ultimate change, to turn him into a different person. And that's the truth. And if you use this time wisely with me, like he's doing, by the end of this, it's going to take about 8 to 12 weeks to fully be in a place where he can breathe. But he's going to be a totally different person. And he's going to have a better understanding of himself, a deeper understanding of himself, a deeper understanding of what he needs to do on a daily basis to maintain and cultivate a life of success in every area. He's going to know a process that will get him through anything he comes to face in his life. So this is a guy who's working. This is a guy who's taking the action, who's seeking help. Let's talk about the guy who's not doing that. The guy who gets his heart broken, goes to the bottle, blaming the chick, chasing her. Please, baby, take me back. Please, please. I'll do anything. I'll change. Following her around, sending her texts, sneaking over to her house, passing by her house, going to her job, calling her friends, calling her family. No healing work whatsoever. This dude's not healing. He's essentially just keeping that sore open and infecting it, making it worse and worse. And I've seen this more times than I've seen men actually use this opportunity to bounce back and recover and come back bigger, stronger, faster, 2.0 men. And it's sad to see, because at the end of this, it's going to be probably 4 or 5 months. This guy's still going to be obsessing over this girl. She's going to have moved on because he's going to have pushed her so far away that there's no chance for a reconciliation, if that's what he was shooting for. Not everybody's looking to get their ex back, and that's okay. I don't judge either way. I mean, there's some things that I say, that you shouldn't. If she cheated on you, no good. I won't help you. I'll help you get well. I won't help you get her back. And you should have enough self-respect and dignity to not take her back. Just go ahead and get the healing over with and come out the other end better and go find somebody better, because it's out there. It's available. And I tell people that. They don't want to hear that at first. Nobody wants to hear that, but I want her back. Yeah, I know. Now. said, I bet you in 3 months, if you do this as the way I teach, the way I show you how to do it exactly to the T, you're going to eat those words. You're going to rethink shit. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. And then in the event that there happens to be a reconciliation in the meantime, before you finish working with me and you got your legs underneath you, if she should happen to reach out to you in the meantime, between that 3-month mark, which happens a lot, wouldn't you rather know what to do to not destroy it, not interrupt, not to be back in the same place you were in? Because if you're not prepared, you'll do that. I've seen it a million times. I've seen it over and over again. She came back, but she left again. Why? Well, because you did everything wrong. You didn't listen. And you wasn't working with somebody. You know, a lot of times an ex will circle back. I mean, if it wasn't something horrible, and even still, you know, I can't tell you how many times growing up, chicks that I knew that got beat up by their boyfriends and husbands, still go back to them. That's dysfunctional and toxic and sick, but it does happen. But if it was something where you just behaved unattractively enough or wasn't present and didn't attend to her needs and attraction dropped, because at the end of the day, a breakup is about loss of attraction, period, at the end of the day. That's all it is. Where that loss of attraction comes from, whether it's behavior, neglect, neediness, weakness, compliance, too much availability, too much negative over time, more negative than positive, that builds up, and there's a negative association with the relationship. So many reasons, but it's not like the major abuse, cheating, and I don't know. There's a few other instances, you know, harming family and shit like that. A lot of times an ex will circle back. An ex will come back and look if you do the right stuff. And there's more often times than not that she would come back and the guy would lose her because he wasn't ready. Wasn't even close to ready. Didn't know what to do. And that's another reason I tell these guys at work, and I use it as an incentive, as a motivator, because it's true. And I tell them, if she comes back, do you want to keep her? Because if you start doing the same shit you just did, you're going to lose her quicker and for good this time. So listen up. It's time to be vigilant and pay very close attention and do exactly as I say. And every guy who's done that, some have gotten the exes back, some with the exes have come back and they didn't want them, and other guys have moved on and had great success with the relationships. Because at the end of the day, most of the men that come to me and most of the men I know just want to be in a good relationship, a good, healthy, fucking loving, fun relationship with a woman. You know, first, a lot of guys want to know about getting laid and dating and all that, and I support that. But, I mean, a lot of people have it all wrong. At the end of the day, a guy just wants to go home to a family, to a good woman. And I love that. I'm all about that. If you want to date, I can show you how to do that. Done that. But that's the easy part. Like guys about getting laid, that's the easy part, getting laid in the dating. That's simple. Keep a relationship healthy and stable and fun and interesting and passionate over time. Stay plugged in and attentive. And that's a challenge. That takes grit. It's easy to have a bunch of surface casual relationships. There's nothing to it, I promise you. It's way easier than having a steady long-term relationship that you're leading and keeping up to par, along with pursuing your purpose and your mission in life and doing the other things you do. That's a challenge, and you got to know how to navigate that shit, or you will lose grasp. I've done it. So, look, I'm not going to go on too much more. It doesn't look like we're getting questions, and of course, if anybody needs help and would like my services for any of the above mentioned topics and things we went over, it's not free. You can find it in the link in the description, proudmasculine.com coaching. Also, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can see my upcoming streams and content as it's released. And also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Proud Masculine. Thank y'all all for tuning in for the short show tonight, and I will see y'all next Wednesday. And we have the